Big case means big security. The town of Waverly, Ohio is preparing for the national spotlight next week as George Wagner IV goes on trial for 8 murders in 2016. Anchor Evan Millward spent this morning gathering the latest in Pike County. He joins us right now live. Evan, the judge has just ruled on some things that can and cannot make it in as evidence as well.
Yeah, Craig, on the eve of the first week of testimony, there's some clarity about 2 things George Wagner's attorneys and the state had been fighting over. And if you had a question about just how much attention is on this case and how seriously they're taking it, just look at what's been happening outside the courthouse today.
The entire parking lot around the Pike County Common Pleas Courthouse is now fenced off, keeping anyone hundreds of feet away from where George Wagner IV will enter and exit the building each day. He's in jail in neighboring Scioto County. There's lots of buzz in this small town where people know each other like neighbors.
When 8 people are murdered in a small community, it casts a pall. And everybody's quiet, everybody keeps to themselves, and that dominated everything.
Richard Koweski lives just over the county line.
Oh, yes, yes.
We met him at Diner 23, a popular spot not far from the courthouse.
It just threw a different complexion on the case, that it was people related to each other.
Investigators say the Wagner family, Dad Billy, Mom Angela, and brothers Jake and George, killed 8 members of the Roden and Gilly families over child custody.
There's blood all over the house.
Jake and Hannah Mae Roden had a little girl, Sophia, who was staying with the Wagners the night of the homicides. A custody battle over that child reportedly is the reason for the deaths. Late this week, a judge ruled a Facebook message from Hannah can be entered as evidence. It says, quote, "I won't sign papers ever. It won't happen. They'll have to kill me first."
When there is something significant like the custody of a child, that brings out, for some people, the worst in them. And they'll do whatever they think needs to be done if they want that child.
One thing the jury won't hear is about a reported fight between Chris Roden Sr. and Billy Wagner just before the homicides. That jury, though, has now seen the crime scenes and where the Wagners lived, among about a dozen sites in multiple counties. A case more than 6 years in the making.
It took a while, but they did their job.
Opening statements are set for Tuesday there in Waverly. We'll have continuing coverage of that first Pike County murder trial on air, online, and wherever you stream us. And Craig, I'll be back in Waverly for live coverage for us all next week as all eyes turn to that courthouse in a small town in southern Ohio. Live tonight, I'm Evan Millward, WCPO 9 News.
All right, Evan, thank you.